My name is Diane Green, and I work in the Wonder Corps, one of the original members, and I teach 9-10 global studies and world history to honors and academic students. I've been working at Windsor High School since 2002 when Mrs. Lucas was pregnant with Josie Lucas. Hi Josie, I was her sub. Well, I interviewed again and they hired me. There was an opening and Windsor was still growing. I think there were less than 40 teachers here at the time, so there was lots of room for new teachers and new students, and I really liked it here. So. I was raised by World War II vets, so maternal and paternal grandfathers were both pilots, as was my step-grandfather. And so I was raised with a lot of history and a lot of, you want to talk about repeated stories, a lot of repeated stories, but I was especially close with my mom's dad, and he encouraged me to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher, and everyone thought it was a terrible idea except for him. And I loved history, and I wanted to teach history, and he said, you should go study history and economics, and that's actually what I ended up doing. He died while I was in college, but we did a lot of fun history projects together when I was a kid, and it was always kind of like a bedtime story to me, so it seemed sort of natural.
Do you want to introduce the school in the video?
Oh, this is Bruno. He's from Tenochtitlan. I want my students to like being here, so I have a rule that learning should be fun until it stops. So if my students aren't learning, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then it's not fun. We'll stop the activity. I have to have fun here. I've spent the last 17 years here. I have probably another 20 to go, and I don't want it to be boring. But I don't want it to be boring for my students. But when I started teaching, I just really fell in love with teenagers, and I now realize that somebody has to love you guys, so I stayed because it's just the best part of my job.